Don't ask me how my luggage ended up in Philadelphia and I live in Florida. We're going to talk about packing lightly as a minimalist. And if you're not a minimalist, you might want to consider doing these tips because it'll definitely help you out, especially as a young lady traveling by yourself, which is what I used to do for many years. You have to travel light for not only safety reasons, but just for the convenience of being able to up and go. So if that's what you want to see, stay tuned. I got 7 tips. Now, if you don't know what a minimalist is, it's basically someone only keeps what they need, just basically living a simpler life with less stuff. So number 1, when it comes to traveling light, you need to choose your bag wisely. So like I said, I've traveled many times over the years. It was important to me as a young woman, a young Black woman on top of that, to travel very lightly and be able to up and go at a short notice, just in case of an emergency. Hopefully you'll never have to come across that, but I'm just saying you should have some kind of way of moving from one place to another quickly. So I have 2 bags that I normally use when I'm on travel, and I've had these bags for a long time. I have so much luggages, but usually this is the 2 that I stick to. So I have bag number 1. This is my favorite bag when it comes to traveling by myself, or traveling, from country to country, to city, state to state. It doesn't have a roll-on. I know it doesn't have the convenience of that, but when I traveled the world when I was younger by myself, this is what I carried. I would travel for 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks at a time, but I'm telling you guys, it was on the go. I put my toiletries in here. I might put like a few like battery packs, chargers and stuff like that in here. And then in here, I would just have like my clothes wrapped in one of those Ziploc bags just in case it rained and my bag got wet. At least I can take out the bag and have all my clothes still dry. This is a very porous material, so it will get wet. So I don't want my clothes to get wet, but at least they'll be protected with the plastic on the inside. Definitely a huge tip if you're a backpacker, or if you just like to travel by yourself, or you just simply like backpacks. I love it. The bag is like a military bag. It's actually Ralph Lauren that I got years ago. I love this bag. So I'm telling you, girl, if you have to run, your backpack and all your belongings is already on your back. All you have to do is up and run. No stopping, no rolling, no carrying nothing. It's just run. I'm sorry. I know that you guys don't want to hear this, but when you're traveling, you have to be prepared for the unknown as well. So that's why I carry this. This thing is beat up. I've had this for years, but it's a hard shell. It has 4 wheels, so I can roll it. No stress on my back. And yeah, you got the zipper that zips all the way down. And with this, it makes it easier when I'm traveling with family and friends. I can be up and rolling and having a good time, and I having to have the stress of the weight of the bag on my back, which is kind of the downside of carrying a backpack. But I do not carry more than 1 bag when I'm on any trip, whether I'm by myself, whether I'm with a family, friends, whoever. I always carry 1 bag. I just choose which bag I'm gonna carry for that trip. If I'm only carrying 1 luggage, I do not check in bags. Not happening. You will not catch me checking in bags. If I'm checking in bags, I better be gone for at least 3 months. But I'm not checking in bags. It's going to stay pretty lightweight, and I'm just gonna rotate clothing and make it work. But I'm not checking in bags, so that takes time. Your luggage could get lost. Anything could happen. And trust me, I know because this happened to me before. Don't ask me how my luggage ended up in Philadelphia and I live in Florida. That's a whole nother story. But I do not check in bags unless I absolutely need to. And you probably should consider the same. Number 2, know where you're going. Because if you know where you're going to pack according to. I'm going on a summer vacation and it's going to be hot. So I'm not going to pack a lot of heavy jeans and a lot of bulky items, I'm gonna carry as much lightweight stuff, which works perfect for my minimalistic style, because then I don't have to carry as much but still have enough that I need for my trip. And even packing for summer, I'll still carry my bulkiest item on me. So even though I might be going somewhere where it's hot and it's summery, I might have a lot of lightweight clothing in my bag. But personally on me, I might have one pair of heavy jeans, and maybe a pair of sneakers if I'm going hiking on, and I'll have like maybe a tank top. Or if you're traveling for winter, then of course you know that you might have your bulkiest item as your jacket. Your winter jacket is on you, and you have your bulky jeans on you, your bulky shoes on you, and then you try to have more like layered up clothing inside your luggage to keep you warm. Number 3, have a packing strategy. You need to actually know how many days you're going to be on your trip and pack accordingly. 1, it helps you to eliminate the extra stuff you don't need to pack on those trips. And 2, you already have exactly what you need, which will help keep your luggage light and keep you traveling light, because the last thing you want to do is just throw a bunch of clothing in your luggage in hopes that maybe you'll get to wear it, or that there's a possibility that you might be trapped on the island or trapped wherever you at for a month. It's excessive. You don't need the excessive packing. Don't just pack things just for the heck of it, just in case you need it. Have a game plan so you're packing light and you can be up and ready to go. Number 4, backup clothing. Now, of course, in the last tip, I would say that, okay, don't have any excess clothing and making sure that you only carry exactly what you need. But I do believe that you should have at least 1 or 2 outfits that are backup, or 1 or 2 pairs of shoes that are backup just in case something goes wrong. Just a little story. I remember one time I was in Spain and I was walking around and I was having a good time. I had these cute little sandals and I just was feeling myself. I had a cute little outfit. I was just too cute. But guess what? Yeah, someone was walking a little too fast behind me and they stepped on the back of my heel of my flip-flop and the strap popped off. So I was limping in the streets of Spain and looking really ratchet with 1 pair of sandal on, and that was not a good look. So yeah, I had to go buy a new pair of sandals. I will never do that again. I'll always have a backup pair of sandals or flip-flops in case of an emergency, so that way I don't end up in that situation again. So you should definitely have a backup. Next tip is shoes. Make sure you pack the right shoe for the right travel, because you don't want to carry sneakers, heels, flip-flops, every single thing in your closet just because you think it's going to look cute, because there's a chance that you're probably not going to wear one of those pairs of shoes. So know where you're going, so that way you know what shoes to wear, and only carry 1 pair of those. I carry 1 pair of sneakers if I know I'm going hiking, and if I don't plan on going hiking, I don't carry sneakers at all, period. But if I know that there's a chance I could be hiking, I carry 1 pair of sneakers. I always carry 1 pair of sandals, because sometimes I just don't like bulky shoes. So I carry at least 1 pair of sandals, and those sandals I can change them between different outfits. So I make sure I choose something that's a little simple, that doesn't have too many flowers or anything like that, or too much colors where I can't interchange them with different outfits. I always carry a pair of flip-flops, water flip-flops, or flip-flops that are water resistant, because I hate having my feet bare when I'm taking a shower. So I always make sure I have a flip-flop for me to have on my feet when I'm taking a shower. It doesn't matter how luxurious the hotel is, or if I'm staying in a hostel, which I have stayed in before. We won't go into that. That's a whole nother story, but I had amazing stories with that. But anyways, but yeah, flip-flops is a must, is what I'll carry. And if I absolutely need to bring a pair of heels, I'll bring 1 pair that I can wear with any outfit. It'll probably most likely be black or something solid color that I can, wear with jeans, wear with outfits, wear with something, whatever the situation may be. I'll have 1 pair of heels if I know I'm going to need it. But remember, this is a minimalistic packing video, so just keep that in mind. My next tip when it comes to packing light as a minimalist, or just packing minimally, is making sure you're carrying clothes that's lightweight. Linen, I stay away from. They're lightweight, but guess what? They get wrinkled easily. So anything lightweight you could think of that just folds really easily and very slinky and very lightweight in there, carry that with you. But warning, when you carry a lot of lightweight dresses and lightweight outfits, guess what happened? You have so much space extra that you think you can fill it up some more. So you start adding more and more outfits. Beware not to do that. The whole point is to pack light. Now, I would say that it does give you room to pack up like a backup outfit or so. So that's the plus to it, but don't overpack it just for the heck of it. And remember, if you have a little bit of space left in your luggage, it gives you room if you want to get like a little souvenir. I'm not big into souvenirs or tchotchkes or anything like that, but I'm definitely big on like souvenir snacks, like, you know, cookies and stuff like that that I can take home and share with my friends and family, or maybe just simply just eat them for myself. But you know, all right, the time you've been waiting for is that one absolute tip that I'm telling you is a lifesaver when it comes to traveling light, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing anything differently as far as removing or adding, is dirty clothes. What the heck you do with the dirty clothes when you're traveling light, or if you're a minimalistic packer? Do you get rid of it? Do you do disposable clothing? I don't know if that exists. I'm just making that up. If it does exist, let me know below, because that would be some very interesting stuff. But yeah, what do you do with your clothes after you already worn it and you still got some days to go on your trip? Well, my biggest tip is that I have a little Ziploc bag or a plastic bag, and I put all my clothes that I already wore for that week in that bag, and I push it to the back of my luggage or to the shoe side so that I already know that I've already worn it and it's not mixing in with my clean clothes, because that would be kind of gross. So that's my number one tip when it comes to traveling light. It's not necessarily a light tip, but it's just a tip for travel, period. I don't care if you're traveling by yourself, with a group of friends, with a family, or you're traveling with big luggage, small luggage. To me, that's an absolute must, and it's a power tip, because you keep your clean clothes clean and your dirty clothes dirty. And what if you have a swimwear that's not completely dried yet and it's still kind of damp, and you got to take, you know, your luggage on the road? Guess what? Put it in a Ziploc bag, and when you get a chance to air it out, you'll do that, but at least it's not wetting all your clothes and it's just not mixing in. Squeeze it out as much as possible, so that way you don't make sure that your clothes doesn't get like molded or anything like that. But that's a huge tip. I'm telling you, separate the dirty from the clean. Wait. First, you have to subscribe, because if you're not subscribed to my channel, you're not going to get to see the newer videos that are coming out telling you all about living a simpler life and living a more minimalistic life. Go ahead and do it now. Do it now. Hit the subscribe button. All right, I'll back away. I know I'm all up in your face. Guys, you do not want to miss my next video, because my next video is going to be talking about the aha moment that I had when I was on my trip to Haiti. If you want to see that, stay tuned for the next video.